Good night, my name is Gianfranco Ferroni, and tonight I'm gonna present my final English project. To this project, I selected the second theme that is related to a lyric video project. To make this lyric video project, I chose one of my favorite music artists, and his name is Anthony Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis is not just the leader, but he's also the vocalist of one of my favorite musical bands, and that is called Red Hot Chili Peppers. As you can see, I have my poster here behind in my room. So I'm gonna start talking about some general aspects of Kitty's life, and then I'm gonna pass to present a song of the band, which I made an analysis. And at the end, I'm gonna conclude by talking about an important event that the band has this year. So, making reference to Kitty's biography, he was born the 1st of November of 1962 in the city of Grand Rapids, in the state of Michigan, in the United States. Anthony Kitty's childhood wasn't pretty easy. Actually, his parents got divorced, and that's why Kitty's had to move to the city of Los Angeles, California. In that moment, his father decided to be a drug dealer, and that's why Kitty's had to grow up in a pretty tough environment, surrounded by really bad companies, and that I think led him to took a lot of bad decisions. And an example, a clearly good example of that bad decision, those bad decisions, is that he started to consume drugs when he was a child. But the fact that he had to move to California wasn't bad in all the aspects of his life, because in Los Angeles he had his primary contact with some bands and some artists that were really important and famous in that time, like the Eagles or like Neil Young or Rod Stewart. So it wasn't bad in all the aspects of his life. Okay, we can also say that Anthony tried to start like an artistic life, trying to become an actor. Actually, he started some classes in stages at LA, but I think he realizes that his real theme, was the music. So when he started high school, he made some good friends. Actually, one of those friends was Michael Balsari, that today is known as the Flea in the band, and was with him and with another mate called Hailey Slovak, which they created the big band that we know as Red Hot Chili Pepper today. Talking about Kitty's actual life, he's 56 years old today. I think his relationships with women wasn't pretty stable, and that's why he had a lot of relationships. But today, he's single at 56 years old. In relationship to in relation to his appearance, I had a photo. Have a photo. Here is Anthony. He had black hair with a big mustache in his face. He's not fat at all. He's actually an athletic person, and I think he hasn't lived drugs, but I think he's better in that aspect of his life. talking about his taste, and what he likes. We can say that his favorite band is the Everly Brothers. Actually, one of his songs has the name of Everly Bear in honor to that band. Now, talking about the song that I chose to make the analysis, I chose the song Californication. Californication is one of the most important songs played by the band. It was published the 20th March in 2000 by the genre of alternative rock. The theme of the song, or the objective of the song, is to criticize the United States society of that time, that I think is still the same. And it was a society based on the consumerism and the capitalism, in which the industry, principally the American industry, used to influence people to to their own benefits, always thinking about money, and money, only money and power. So I have some examples of fragments of the songs in which they criticize this type of influence. For example, when it says, "Pay your surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin is your chin, or is that where you are wagging?" And that criticize the way that actors, models, and everybody who wanted to have access to a famous or an artistic life had to change their appearance to fit like in a perfect aesthetic world. Also, the song criticized a lot of the precocity and the ruling of the money in all the world. And my personal opinion is in according to those thoughts that the authors of the songs have, because we are getting really consumed by these ideas of consumerism and capitalism that we can even fight. Is today is maybe impossible to our society, to fight with these ideals. And it's sad because the US industry is the biggest in the world, so it's really really tough to fight with these ideals. To conclude, Red Hot Chili Peppers are still doing concerts. Actually, today they are on a tour around the world. But I think that the most important event that they have this year is the Rock in Rio. Rock in Rio is one, I think, that is the biggest festival in the world, and it's gonna be on September 27. And it's not only considered the biggest rock festival on earth, but it also have other genres like metal, pop, alternative, R&B. So I think it's gonna be a really important event for the band. Sadly, I'm not gonna be in that event because it's too expensive to go to Brazil. Also to that concert. So I think that day I'm gonna be, I think, just working here in Bogota, waiting for any announcement that the band could do for a concert here in Colombia. in which I will try to go to that concert. And that's all. That's my English final project. Thank you very much. Goodbye.